Hi everyone, this is Rathji, and we're doing Rathji's Minecraft Builds, episode number 4. Today we're going to do expansion. And that means that we're going to expand on my castle. If you remember from episode 1, I pointed out this big giant wall of dirt that was in the way of expanding my castle back to cover most of the land mass on this island. And over the past little bit I've dug out most of the ground, and we're now ready to proceed with the expansion. Now, part of the problem here is that here's the center of my circular castle. The outer keep wall, I mean. But it is not the center of my square keep. And that led me to realize that my plan of having the keep centered within the castle will not come to pass. So I essentially have decided that it's not going to work out quite like that, and I'll just kind of play with however things work out. So for now, I'm just going to go over some quick circle building techniques. I'm assuming most people have done this at some point in time, but if not, then this will be a quick primer for someone who's interested in doing it. So, depending on the size of your circle, there's a few ways you can do this. You can go, if you Google Minecraft circles, there's hundreds of different charts out there. Most of them are actually the same, that show circle patterns up to 45 for Minecraft. Or you can draw a circle or any other shape for that matter in Paint or paint.net and blow it up so you can see the pixels, and that'll give you a really good idea of how to do it in Minecraft. So I'm just going to go off the template that I'm working with and just lay down for now with dirt so that we can know where we're going on. And of course I just put away my weapons. Let's rectify that situation, because that doesn't seem like it'll be too productive. So how I do it is I just count. So there's 4, 3, the next one is 2, the next one is 2 as well. And this is 41 diameter, in case anyone's keeping score at home, not that I think you will. And I just work my way around, so it's 4, 3, 2, 2, and then 1, and then 5 ones, I believe, maybe 6 ones. I'll have to count it closer here. That looks like 5. So this one is a 2, but it's a different direction than the other 2, obviously, because the circle goes the other way. So that's 2 2s, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the center block. You'll see down there the roof of I believe it's my sheep pen actually. So here's our center block on this edge, and then we'll just repeat it all the way around to the other side. And not that you guys want to watch that, because it's really more of just the same thing. So I will pause the recording and come back to it later on when I've got the entire circle laid out. Okay, so here we are. I've laid out both circles, inner and outer, for the entire wall all the way around. And it So what we're going to do, you'll see the pattern on the wall is stone and then stone brick. Oh wait, that's the wrong wall. I'm glad I didn't start laying that. I would have killed a bunch of stone. So, bottom layer is stone brick, so we're just going to lay this bottom layer. We'll leave the dirt in there for now, and then I'll come back later and replace that. That way I don't have to deal with losing my spot. It's actually kind of funny how even off by one error, either adding an extra row of one or two can make such a big difference. You'll see these are the center knobs. I'm not sure that it strictly matters, but I'd rather leave it clearly marked than not. But as I was saying, it matters that you're fairly exact in your counting, because when I was doing it before, I added an extra row 2, which threw everything off, and I couldn't tell for the life of me where I had made the mistake. So as you can see right now, it's fairly trivial to build up the wall. The important thing about building a large wall like this is you absolutely do not want to build it of one solid material. Even the amount of stone brick that I'm using right now is probably a bit excessive. So I am examining different options as far as what I'm going to do for the final product, but I'm thinking I'm going to either mix in more regular stone or possibly go try to get some mossy cobble or brick, or mossy stone, that's what it's called. And actually, I think here I might have been off by 1. So I'm actually going to stop the video here. You guys get the idea. You just build around, figure out your pattern, then work your way around. I always like to work top down, usually 2 rows at a time, because that's the distance you can place downwards. Anyway, I'll figure out what that problem is over on the other side, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I figured out what exactly the problem is. If you'll see here, there's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and it should actually be only 2 sets of 2. So these 2 sets should be here and this one shouldn't be. So that means this whole section here needs to be sucked back in 1 block. So I'll continue building on the way I have it marked on the inside, and then come back and repair this side after. Actually, let me just chop away some of this because it's really not necessary at this point. And it's just serving to get in my way. And again, we'll mark our second block there, or our center block. Up 1. This area down here, I don't know if I showed it to you last video, but it is actually my old sheep pen that I moved all the sheep downstairs, so I'll probably keep it for some reason, either sheep or cattle or various livestock, I'm not sure. So that's the base of what we're doing here. As we can see, my plan with the inner keep of extending it back will not work, so I'm going to probably incorporate this wall directly into the circular wall. And have this back section just be the back wall of the keep itself. It's not ideal, but I think I can actually make it look pretty cool. The only downside is I'm going to have to rebuild this entire wall, because if you look, the stone line does not coincide with the stone wall, the stone line on this outside wall. Or maybe I'll leave it as it is. If you have an opinion, let me know in the comments below, and I'll take it into account. So I'll finish what I can tonight and then post a video, and you guys, okay, so I finished off the back wall. So I'll show you what I've done here. I've just butted it up against. I haven't actually changed the stone on the side walls. I'll climb up and show you what I've figured out here. So as you can see, the front wall is pretty much just finished like normal with that, and I've butted it up against and worked it into the other wall. But you notice on the back, I've actually extended it up with one full section. That's one stone block and 3 brick blocks up. And the idea behind that is I really wanted to have a tower here. So what I'm going to do is have a circle, or a circle tower that extends from either this point here, actually probably this point here, to the same point on the other side, in a circular, in a full circle. So I believe that'll be 21 radius, so 40, or no, 20 radius, so 40 or 20, yeah. And then that'll overhang and act as a roof on this section, and then I'll add an arch or something as a supporting type function there. I don't really believe in doing things that aren't possible physically, so I'll make it look so it's at least somewhat possible. But this entire area covering here and then back over a lot of that area that I excavated will become the tower from this point up. And then I'll make a main entrance. Darn skeletons. And then I'll make a main entrance to the tower area down right beside where the ladder is, right there. So I think that's it for this episode. I'll work on the design for the tower and the arch and everything, and probably have another episode once I get it started to show you some intricacies there. And I will see you again next time.